The Wildcat Sports Club CNY Brewfest is coming up January 31st and February 1st at the New York State Fairgrounds. Taste your way through unlimited samples from more than 100 breweries. Now featuring hard ciders, seltzers, craft cocktails, and mocktails too. Grab your tickets now at cnybrewfest.com. The Wildcat Sports Club CNY Brewfest is coming up January 31st and February 1st at the New York State Fairgrounds. Taste your way through unlimited samples from more than 100 breweries. Now featuring hard ciders, seltzers, craft cocktails, and mocktails too. Grab your tickets now at cnybrewfest.com.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
This one goes up, this one goes down. All right, there we go. All right, that button's pressed. That button's, well, now it's unpressed. That button's pressed. Let me say a swear word to see if we're on air. Butts. Oh. Oh. Jeez. Hello. Here we are. Whoa. I should have just kept going with it. Would have been better to say the wrong day than that. Tuesday. Hello. Not with. Oh, there we go. Oh, boy. Lovely Tuesday afternoon, depending on where you are. Gonna get some snow up north from here because we are live in Syracuse. The Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. You got some snow up north. You can see the clouds. It's one of those days where here in Syracuse, I look up there, wherever you are further away from here, and I go, it's snowing. Hold on, don't make us wait. I don't want to see that. But I think it might overnight, so get ready for that. I'd rather have this type of winter than where it's all mud and my dog's feet are muddy, and she's a white dog, so she immediately is not a white dog, you know, so that I don't mind when it's more snow. Hey, guys, we're here. 315-437-7644 to get ready for SU Louisville up in the dome. Let me turn my mic down a little. Up in the dome like that. Oh, yep. Mike can confirm. Yeah, Mike comes down from way up north, and he can confirm that it is definitely doing some snow up there. I'm glad you made it in, buddy. Good to see you here. Good to see everyone else over there. QSportsTalk.com. That's our Twitch. We got, obviously, you know, Mike's out there. Showgirl Fuzz, stickers. Those are the two that are chatting right now. I don't feel like swinging my body all the way around and seeing who else is in there because I'd have to do a thing with the mouse. I'll do it later. But I appreciate you guys over on QSportsTalk.com. I don't appreciate Louisville Cardinals fans if you're listening. Yeah, what? Hope you're enjoying the weather. I'm going to do that anytime a team is not from somewhere that's like here. But, yeah, that's tonight up in the Dome this evening. That'll be a fun game, I think. We got things turned around. We'll talk about that just a little bit in a minute, but I'll leave all that to the real professionals like the 315 with Brian Higgins. He's up in a Boudanur, and he will tell you all the things leading up to the game for several hours. On a Tuesday, we'll talk all sorts of stuff, though. We got a NFL playoff game that happened last night. Some more college basketball in and around the area. Mostly my TV. And then it is Monday Night Raw Tuesday, and we will discuss a lot of Monday Night Raw stuff because it was the second week of the Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We'll get to all that and probably not much more because this is only an hour show. So let's go.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you, Ralph. All righty, like I said, Louisville Cardinals taking on the Orange tonight in Louisville's 7th conference game of the year. Syracuse, two straight conference game wins as they're trying to get back on track a little bit. Wow, that is a long white hair. Probably one of Paulie's pubes. Louisville on a run. I think they've won, 6 straight overall. They're getting towards the top of the ACC. You got J.J. Starling, though, coming back after the last few games, and really stepping up. He's putting up 19 a game, almost 20 after missing, like I said, a couple games with injury. Donnie Freeman. Mr. Freeman. Hopefully he'll step back out on the court tonight. I would imagine so, right? Is that right? Is he the one that's... Oh, no. My cap went flying. Hold on, I got to get my cap. Oh, there we go. Cap on that. I'll be writing all over my hands. Although it wouldn't be so bad if my hands were orange, because I bleed orange. Just kidding. I bleed red like most people. But let's see here. Where did it go? I found I like to Google other things to try to find you guys other perspectives. Syracuse and Louisville tonight, 7 o'clock. ACC Network, I think. And then obviously all the other places you guys get all your fun SU games, Brostat, TK99, and such. But again, J.J. Starling coming off that 26-point victory. You have, let's see, who else did really good last game? Lucas Taylor with 15. You had Jair Davis, 12. Eddie Lampkin with another double-double for Eddie. He's turning things on. It's starting to turn around a little bit for Syracuse. Starting to turn around. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. I found a little thing here. I like to go to the opposing team's information, their Google, and see what they have come up with. And this one by a guy named Harry Barson. Who cares what his name is, but I don't want to not give him credit because then he'll be like, oh, you read my terrible article. I printed out 2 of them, and this one, let's listen to this. He says the Orange are also not a very good team at running opponents off the three-point line, so Louisville will likely get several open looks from behind the arc. Well, Syracuse, you heard him. He's writing down all their things that they're telling you what they're going to be doing, so now get out there and run them off the three-point line. Also, the best part of the defense is actually the rebounding. He's talking about us, Syracuse, that we do get on the boards, so that's good, although the Cards have made controlling the glass a part of their identity. Okay, bud, whatever you say. The Cards can almost glide to a victory so long as Syracuse can keep shooting themselves in the foot as they seem to do so far. You son of a bitch. Is this guy in town? I'll fight you, Harry Barson. Unless you're big and tall. Unless you're like 5 foot, $110, then I take that back completely 100%. But just this type of stuff that's good for us, some bulletin board material when they're talking about Syracuse has a barely average defense, giving up 77.6 points a game, holding the 145th ranked defensive efficiency scoring spot. Oh, see? So there's some glaring holes. He's not wrong with some of this stuff. Louisville is 13-5, 6-1 in the ACC. They're tipping off tonight, 7 o'clock. On the TV, ACC Network, and all over the radios and such. This is usually where Syracuse, they haven't had one of those games yet where no matter the team, good or bad, there's always a game somewhere in the season where all of a sudden it's the craziest game you've seen. They're trading points back and forth. That Syracuse is about to hand a team a crazy loss, and they upset a really good team because they're Syracuse, and they should upset a really good team. This is one of the games that you need to get back on track. We haven't had that yet this year, so maybe this one can be that game. 3rd in a row. Like I said, they need to win a bunch of games. That way when they get up to some of the tougher games, like a Louisville game, they won't be scared. Speaking of not scared, you know who's not scared? Coach Red. He talks to Josh and I, mostly just Josh, all Josh, weekly over on K-Rock. And in case he says anything in these next minutes, maybe that you haven't heard when hearing all the things that he talks about here or on his coach's show. Coach Red, K-Rock this morning.
Joining us on the line, your head coach, Adrian Autry. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
We are fantastic. 2 in a row. We've bounced back here. What changes have you and the team been working on here to kind of get back on track?
We worked on just on our defense and trying to take care of the basketball, limit our turnovers, and continue to rebound and share the basketball on offense.
JJ comes back 26 points last game. Obviously, he's putting up a lot for the team, but how does that interact with the other players? Are they playing better when JJ's back with them?
Absolutely. JJ's the leader. He's a guy that can create for himself and create for others. Right before he got injured, I thought the team was starting to kind of gel a little bit and understand that he was the leader organically. And I think since he's been out, I think everyone's realized how important he is for our program and for the team. So it's been good to have him back, and I know the guys are excited to have him back to play with him.
Tonight, back in the Dome, Louisville at 7 o'clock. I got to say, what Coach Kelsey has done with that program has been really astounding this year, right?
Yeah, he's really turned that program around really fast and quick, and with some injuries. I think they're playing, some of the best basketball, not only in our league but in the country. They won on the road. He's done a really good job. Good team. Exciting team. They play fast. They defend. They shoot a lot of threes. He's doing a really good job.
All right, well, Coach, have a great game tonight. Look forward to talking to you next week, sir. Coach Adrian Autry joins us courtesy of Matthews Kia of Clay and Matthews Nissan of Clay. Yeah, Louisville, 5-1 start right now. So
yeah, they're off to a nice little run. Are they 12,
where did he come from?
12-5? I have no idea where that guy. They're Charleston.
See, I don't know where. Yeah,
the name sounds familiar, but I college coaches like that I'm not as good at.
I think he took one freshman and then a bunch of transfers and built this program. So they're a good team. It's going to be a good game tonight.
That's one of those programs that even on a couple down years, we'll eventually get back to being good. So.
Yeah.
And then that all will stop tonight. Louisville and Syracuse up in the Dome. Where did that go? I just saw that Ken Palm, good old Ken Palm, they got the Cardinals at a 72% chance to take down the Orange. Projected score 79-73 in favor of Louisville. I mean, that's not out of reach for, 72% chance to win. So if they can just stop, what's his name, Chucky Hepburn? Okay, Audrey Hepburn's kid. Syracuse absolutely has a chance to take down Louisville tonight. All right, I see him on there. I see you over there, DJ. Telephones. What's up, DJ?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm going to the game tonight.
Oh, cool.
And I really feel as SU is actually going to do an upset. I would love to see an overtime game. And the guy that wrote the idiot article, I'm going to find him and trip and accidentally dump a beer on him.
Like, oh, sorry. Whoa, jeez. I don't know what happened.
I'll tell him when you write about that. And he should also be writing about how Bret Hart sucks.
Ah, he got me, you son of a bitch. Have a good fun, too.
Have a good one, brother.
See ya. No, see, that's what I mean. We haven't had the that, like, clutch Syracuse game where they're talking about on the news for Stephen Fonnie's waiting to get onto the news to do the sports, but Syracuse is taking Louisville to double overtime on the ACC network, bro. Right? Oh, big game up in the Dome tonight. Syracuse, Louisville. Way more info in less than an hour. Now, the 3 and 5 with Brian Higgins, then leading up to the game. Right here, the 3 and 5 Brian Higgins, that is. Right here on ESPN Radio, 97.7 and 100.1. We'll come on back and move along, shall we? We'll talk some NFL playoffs. The final game was last night. Oof. Right? Ooh, oof to you. It's a sports show. Cody Mack. I got to pee so bad. Oh, my God. Oh, that was good. I peed all over my hands and everything. One, two, three. I got that. Yep. Can't help myself. Ah, Ryan, that's cool. Dr. Dankenstein. Yeah, Vikings got whooped. Just whooped. Oops.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
We're back. ESPN Radio. 97.7, 100.1, The Sports Show. Cody Mack. Powered by DVOffers.com. Drivers Village in Cicero. This is pretty sweet. Wildcat Sports Pub, CNY Brewfest. Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun. There's technically 3 sessions. It's the end of this month, but the end of this month is coming up damn quick. It's already the 14th of January. Absolutely insane. So make sure you guys are headed over to get your tickets, cnybrewfest.com, and you could also get them at the Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus and the new Now and Later location, actually, as well, if you feel like it. The Brewfest presented by Sweetgrass. If you're not familiar with the Brewfest, well, what it is that you get real drunk. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's a lot of beers, over 150 beers under one roof. This year, we're also going to have the hard cider and seltzer row. I like both of those. I don't care what anybody sells. Seltzer. I like a hard seltzer, although those memes are funny where if people like hard seltzers taste like you're yelling flavor of something from another room or TV static. I like them. So if you do, then that's for you over at the Brewfest this year. Like I said, the 3 sessions are the VIP party the night before January 31st, and then the next day, Saturday, we'll have 2 sessions for you at the Wildcat Sports Pub, CNY Brewfest. And what's cool is you do that, and then it's the same night as the Royal Rumble. So you can Watch the Royal Rumble after you had a fun day out at the C&Y Brew Fest. Huh? Right? We're hanging out. Sports and Around, 315-437-7644 if you want to call up, talk things about stuff and whatnot. Very broad, general topic. QSportsTalk.com, that's Twitch, everyone over there. Now, look at, I put the mouse here so I can see who's in there right now. We've got Delay McCuse, Impulse Gaming, a first-timer. Appreciate you hanging out. My name is Big Poppy. My mom. Ryan's in there. Showgirl Fuzz, Syracuse Sticker, Showgirl Susan. All of our bestest friends. How do I get back to chat? There we go. Ooh, Ryan Mullen with a good thought. Royal Rumble at Brewfest. Because I bet at least the first one, because it's the second session goes to what, 8? Or is it 4 to 8, 5 to 9, something like that? Does it say it on here? It doesn't. I'm not going to go on the internet. But either way, we could watch some of the Royal Rumble right there live. That would be fun. I'd be a fan of that. All right. Speaking of a Rumble, last night, final game of the first round of the playoffs, NFL, Vikings-Rams. Has there been a more disappointing team in the last few years than the Vikings? Not the Cowboys. Don't you say it. 14-3 going into this, and they just lay a stinker. 27-9, and it was over really easily. After the first quarter, technically it was over. The Rams scored 10. The Vikings scored 9 the whole game. That would have been it. Vikings had 20 first downs. Sam Darnold had 245 yards passing. Hawkinson had that touchdown, 64 yards receiving for the Vikings. But other than that, they were terrible. The run game non-existent. Darnold looked not good. I'm not sure of anybody that's had a quicker fall from grace in the last couple months. That dude was about to get a fat contract. A lot of people still think he will. But that was rough last night, man, and the last couple games. He did not look. He looked like he belonged on the Cowboys. Oh, got me. Stafford, only 209 yards, couple touchdowns. He was moving the ball around a couple different places. They had a run game, so, that worked out well for him and the Rams. Sean McVay, what a coach. They're so good. A lot of penalties, though, for the Rams. What was that, 10 penalties for 95 yards. Vikings dominated time of possession by over 5 minutes, but in the end, Matthew Stafford, he's just clutch, man. There's a reason he's won a Super Bowl. And here he is with Scott Van Pelt after the game.
Matthew, I as best as you could describe this week, man. I mean, you had a job to do, and you did it. And kudos for that. But how are you and your team able to take what's going on, put it on the side for a minute, and do your jobs?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with our head coach, obviously, dialing everybody in. But it's been a heck of a week. Our organization did an unbelievable job of taking care of us players, our families, everybody, getting us to a safe place where we can come and practice here in Arizona. Thanks to the Cardinals for letting us use their place for the week. And, man, it's been a crazy one, unlike anything I've ever experienced in my tenure playing in the NFL. And we just know what's going on back home. Felt really motivated to play for the people of this city. It's been a hell of a week, so we're happy to come out with a win.
And that's one of those stories that they could ride the whole rest of this playoffs, man. You're doing it with the extra motivation. That could be a story to watch. They take on the Eagles next. Rams, Eagles. That's, I think, Sunday, the first game, I believe, right? Because Saturday is Texans, Chiefs. And then Lions, Commanders, and then Sunday, the first game is Rams, Eagles, and then another game I'm not really aware of something. Another game, Bills, Ravens, or something. I don't know. Yep. Bills, Ravens, and then the whole weekend. But the bigger story, again, I think really would be Sam Darnold just not living up to the hype of what he's done this year at all. Troy Aikman talking about him after.
Look, man, this game
that's got Van Pelt
with a sharp pencil, and it ends with a thud for Minnesota and Darnold, who played so well all year. 14 victories. They come up short in Detroit, which means they had to go on the road, and now this performance. Troy, as this offseason looms for him and this team, how do you think these last couple of performances will impact what ultimately happens for Sam Darnold?
Big impact. Yeah, these last 2 weeks will have a big impact on his future, not only what that may look like for the Minnesota Vikings, but a big impact on what that may look like for him going to another team. Is there going to be the big payout that looked inevitable a few weeks ago? May not be quite as big as what Sam or others thought. These are the games that matter. He knows that. Every quarterback that plays in this league knows that. And when you get into these games, that's what you're judged on. And it's not all on him. There were a lot of people that contributed to them not playing better last week and then again this week. But
it's ultimately, yeah, take the words right out your mouth, Troy. Ultimately, it's going to rest on you. It's going to rest on Sam Darnold. And I still think that he gets paid big time here. This was pretty cool, though. I thought this was a fun little something I came across this morning. Listen, I like when the guys on ESPN get all angry, and I don't like Dan Orlovsky. He's possibly the worst NFL quarterback I've ever seen. How he continues to get a job on ESPN or continues to show up on ESPN every day while they don't realize that is baffling to me, but I like when Stephen A. gets all angry and riled up, and it's towards Dan. Deal.
When you look at Sam Darnold, everywhere you turn, yes, they applied pressure. And in applying that pressure, he looked incredibly rattled. Clearly his worst game of the year. And when is that worst game of the year? With a division crown on the line. A week after you were celebrating prematurely, acting like you had already won something when you had it.
But here's the point. But here's where you lose it. This was also the worst game of the year for Justin Jefferson. It was also the worst game of the year.
I don't blame Justin Jefferson. I thought Justin Jefferson opened several times.
Then you saw incorrectly. Then you saw incorrectly.
He wasn't open several times.
Then you saw incorrectly.
Justin Jefferson wasn't open 7 times.
Incorrectly.
Oh, my God.
I would tell you it was the worst game of the season for his offensive line, too.
Go ahead.
I would tell you it was the worst game for his offensive line. It's not just, oh, my gosh, the quarterback played bad. I'm telling you, this was about Detroit. Does it impact him? Of course. But to sit here and say we don't trust Sam Darnold when 8 out of his last 9 games he's gone over a passer rating over 100. Dude's got 35 and 12, 4,300 yards.
Dude. Listen, I want to get Shannon in here, but I just want to make sure that America knows this. You cool with a dude having a bad game with a division crown on the line, playing all world divisions as everybody else. But when the pressure mounted and there was a division crown on the line, a number 1 seed, home field advantage, and he chooses that night to have his worst game, and it's against 13 dudes. It's against a team with 13 dudes on one side of the ball on the injured list, on the defense, and he's held to 9 points. You cool with that? I just want. Hey, that's what Dan Orlovsky is saying.
No, I'm not cool with it.
Let's stop.
I'm not cool with it, but I know it doesn't happen just
stop it, man.
It doesn't happen by mistake. I give the other team credit as well.
Oh my God! I don't like a little mom and dad fight. Oh, it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, though that was I mean, depending on how much you get for him, J.J. McCarthy on the Vikings right now is on a real good deal. I mean, he's coming off a couple knee surgeries. He was never really big-time all-star at Michigan. Sam Darnold, real good quarterback. Kevin Connell, I think that's the deal, is that he is as good as he is. I mean, I heard like a week ago the funny talk of someone trading for the Vikings coach.
There was a report yesterday morning that there would be some teams in the coaching cycle that would potentially be interested in trading for you. I know that's an ownership decision, obviously. Yeah. From your perspective, is that anything that intrigues you at all?
Yeah, I'm not really interested in kind of, I guess I should say, addressing the rumors or speculation. What I can tell you is I love this team. I love everything about this organization, and this is where I want to be. This is where I want to keep coaching and leading.
But who will be your quarterback, sir? He's one of the best quarterback gurus in the league. I'll take him on Dallas just for free. For freezies? No, not going to happen. That's okay. Dallas has got other things to worry about right now. Like me going to commercial break. What's that? What's I don't even know what that is, man.
I'm telling you, I don't have to be there. We could do like a phone-in type of situation.
I don't have Oh, that I probably do, but I don't think you realize I am far too high to do double screen stuff. There's times I'm shocked that I'm even doing what I do standing up.
I always forget about it because it's at night, so I'm not used to it.
And usually for this type of stuff, it's on the same time as a lot of the coaches' shows. Like I think it's the same as one that's right on right now too, right? And like the same day.
Although I did follow K-Rock and turn on the notifications strictly for it.
Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, you came from what, Pulaski, right? Yeah. And that's bad?
Yeah, between you know the exits up there?
Yeah, yeah.
So between Tinker Tavern, which is right in front of the Pulaski exit.
Yep.
Between there and I'll be like, probably Parrish's exit.
Oh, shit.
It's only like 10 miles.
Yeah.
It was a complete whiteout.
Ugh. I was going to say, that's 10 miles. That's a good chunk for it. Yeah, that sucks.
I got like halfway through and I was like, if it's like this the entire way, I'm going to be like a half an hour
Yeah.
work. But probably I'd say about, the snow stopped around like Mexico exit, and then when I got to Central Square, that was when the roads were clear after that.
Gotcha.
And then it was fine.
I lived in Brewerton for a while, and so that was always shit because it was right off of 81. And then I lived in Cicero, and it was always funny going home in Cicero, or even Brewerton, you could see, like, if I go another half a mile, I'm fucked. Oh, no.
Last year, I actually, almost, I wouldn't say crashed, but it was, okay, so I was driving, and right as you said, right as I got past that Cicero exit, there was no snow, but then there was at least 3 inches of snow on the ground.
No.
And I just hit it all of a sudden, and I fishtailed left, fishtailed right, fishtailed left, and then kind of slowly brought it together. And luckily there was no one else on the road because I was on all 3 lanes. I was going everywhere, and then
That shit's scary.
It was very scary. It was very scary.
Especially if you're just coming here.
Yeah. and that's the thing is, I don't mind when it's really snowy leaving work because, it's a lot of times 9, 10 o'clock at night. I got nowhere to go. I can take my time. Coming
nice
into work
slow.
is when it sucks.
That's when you're like, I don't want to leave half an hour earlier. Witness. There it is. He's like, I'm out on that. That's it. I don't blame you. I do that all the time. Good idea. End it on a high note. Oh, you're in Central Square, Kev? Yeah, it's rough. Ooh, NBA trade deadline special, 4-hour special, February 6th, 1 p.m. All right, well, we've got plenty of time, ESPN. Thank you. Jeez. Guys, in case you were wondering, Brentford is tied at 0 at the half. Brentford tied at 0 at the half. Pass that along. Oh, that's why I know this voice, because I do know this voice. Duh.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Second half. Sports Show. Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Getting ready for Syracuse, Louisville up in the Dome tonight, 7 o'clock. ESPN Networks, the ACC network. I like that part of that song. Up in the Dome, Louisville fans. I hope you're miserable here in Syracuse right now. I hope the bottoms of your jeans and or pant legs are extremely moist and salty from the weather. And I hope your beer has lots of foam in it. And your team loses. Jerk asses. How about that? Yeah. Someone walk me out to my car after this, please. QSportsTalk.com. That is where Twitch is. And that's where you can see me right now as we're hanging out here. DVOffers.com. Thank you. Powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. The Harding Mazzati studio. Hello. And we're just hanging out Tuesday. Getting ready for that snow coming down. And depending where you are, producer Mike from way up in Pulaski, all the snow. So if you're up in that little area, be careful. It's coming off and getting on the roads. On all the roads, you're going to have a slippery time, especially with some of that wind making those snow drifts. Oh, those suck. Bunch of jerk-ass snow drifts. Hello. We're here. If you want no spoilers for WWE Monday Night Raw second episode on Netflix, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Because it is a Monday Night Raw Tuesday, as now that WWE is on Netflix and it's basically like the biggest thing again in the world times, I figured that we would spend time talking about wrestling whenever I see fit. And I think coming off of Monday Night Raw would be the perfect time to talk about it, as we talked about what we could expect yesterday and last night. You had promises of a street fight with Damian Priest, Finn Balor, first ever women's Intercontinental Champion going to be crowned. Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, a mystery luchador versus Chad Gable. And this kicking off the show, CM Punk coming out to announce that he would be in the Royal Rumble. But this was also nice of him to kick off the show this way.
I need to say something real fast. I acknowledge all the firefighters and first responders in the great state of California and everybody in the surrounding states, sending everybody to help fight this natural disaster, this fire. I'm talking Canada, Mexico, the people. We hear you. We appreciate you.
And then he immediately, in true hero villain fashion, Seth Rollins comes out and interrupts him. You son of a bitch. After CM Punk said he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins comes out and says that he would also be in the Royal Rumble. And then another interruption, because don't these guys schedule things? As Drew McIntyre comes out and enters his name in the Royal Rumble, which is rapidly approaching here at the end of the month, February 1st. Royal Rumble night, which is going to be a great day. We're going to go to the Wildcat CNY Brewfest, and then we're going to go watch the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre throwing his name into the ring, along with guys like Roman Reigns and such. Going to be a good Rumble.
If only there was a match where it's every man for themselves, guaranteed title match. Oh, wait. There is. I'll see you both in the Royal Rumble.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Rumble match 2 weeks from Saturday in Indianapolis. The field is stacked already. Roman Reigns, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins have declared for that matchup.
For the Royal Rumble. I like to go back and watch all the Rumbles. They're still on Peacock if you want to take a gander at past Royal Rumbles to get yourself all ready for the Royal Rumble. That's where I do that. And then you had kind of quick here into the night. I thought that they would have this later on, as earlier Chad Gable had put out an open challenge. And it's funny, these shows, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, they have things called general managers. And I love all wrestling things. Even I hate that because, again, it's not really real. But Adam Pearce, general manager for Raw, said he would find the best available luchador for Chad Gable to fight. And this is a fun WWE debut of a widely world star in Penta. This is his debut WWE style with Chad Gable, with fireworks and fire and all sorts of fun lights.
It was the worst kept secret in the business. But ladies and gentlemen, Penta is here. wowed.
From Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
You know, Pat, many say Rey Mysterio is the absolute best luchador in the history of this planet. Many believe Penta is a very close second. This man is going to put on a show here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
And believe me, he does.
Up over the top, wow, Gable lands on the top of his head. Absolutely incredible. A Mexican destroyer here in San Jose. Gable somehow kicked out at 2. What a move by Penta.
His ankle's got to be breaking.
Well, Penta turns it around here. And look at this, Penta now. Penta. Over the grounded hammerlock into the inverted arm breaker. He calls this the sacrifice. The sacrifice trying to break the arm of Gable. And Penta may have Gable where he wants him. Hoist Gable up. Penta driver. Welcome to the big time. Penta.
Here is your winner, Penta!
It is an absolute privilege to have Penta grace our ring here in WWE. Welcome aboard.
Now, if you're a wrestling fan like I am, I have a little trepidatious when it comes to Penta. I think he might be close to a little bit past his prime. I don't know, about 5-6 years ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago, he was literally probably the best wrestler in the world. Hopefully he can keep that up. I mean, WWE style is a little different, so he won't have to be flying around the ring doing the aerial maneuvers and such. You saw it in this match where he just did a lot of wrestling type stuff. The WWE style is historically a lot different than other styles, especially where he came from in Mexico and AAA and stuff like that. And then on Monday Night Raw, you had a fan favorite in Sheamus, and if you haven't heard that name in a while, it's because he was gone for a while and then came back, and he's been there for a long time. I forgot to look it up. He's been there since like 2008. After his match with Ludwig Kaiser, he gets in the face of Braun Breaker. Why is that important? Well, that match will be awesome. But you know Braun Breaker's daddies as his dad and uncle, the Steiner brothers. And another one of their members of their family is on a college football team. And they're all very athletic. We played Steiner math here all the time. Sheamus confronting Braun Breaker after the match. Couple of big, meaty men looking to slap meat.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Stop it.
Let's go.
Stop it.
Congratulations.
Meanwhile, Sheamus has his sights set on the Intercontinental Champion, the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker here at ringside.
One more time. You think you can beat me one more time? I got you. Boys, we're all dogs here. We're all dogs here. Let's go. Bring your old neck over. Come on. Let's get on.
He slapped him. Did you hear that? That was a man hand slap. Oh, clapping cheeks. Boy, so I'd expect Sheamus probably going to get that chance at his Intercontinental Championship. He's I think that's the only belt he hasn't held before Sheamus heads on off into the sunset because he's old man like me. Been there for And then you had one of my favorites, Gunther, coming out doing a promo, but he didn't get out to the ring very long before he is interrupted. Again, these guys are doing their interviews. Are these things not scheduled? Jey Uso comes out, and they're having another Saturday night's main event on January 25th in San Antonio, and Jey Uso challenging Gunther for a championship match at that. Everybody likes both of these guys.
Did I hear you say you need someone to care for the World Heavyweight Championship? You're looking at him. Main event, Jey Uso. Hey, Drew's behind me. Bloodline family drama behind me. So it's me now. One-on-one Saturday night main event for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Jay, I know exactly what you were capable of, and it's a whole lot less than I'm capable of.
Ooh, burn. Burn.
I give you that. You're funny. You're entertaining. But Jay, when that bell rings, I would expose you for what you really are, a really, really talented tag team wrestler. Face it, Jay, you are not on my level. You know, to you, main event is a nickname. To me, main event is the place where I belong.
Ooh, burn. So they're going to go at it before the Royal Rumble, and I'd imagine Gunther does not win or does not lose his championship before heading into WrestleMania. As we're talking about WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix on a Tuesday. So again, if you don't want the spoilers, then, come back in just a little bit, as kind of a big deal happened last night, as you had the first ever WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion crowned. And that's kind of cool. You know that belt, Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, those guys from back in the day, Macho Man holding those.
Looking to put Lyra away, rolls out of harm's way. Valkyria now. And now Lyra, center of the ring, got Dakota where she wants her this time. Gets her up into the Nightwing. The cover. There's your brand new Intercontinental Champion.
Here is your winner and the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
An historic moment here tonight for Lyra Valkyria, the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion after an unbelievable battle with a very game Dakota Kai tonight. Lyra Valkyria, who was one of the breakout stars of 2024.
So that was pretty cool, as you had them getting their first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Then you had a couple other setup matches for, just to get some guys on TV, so the new Netflix audience will make themselves familiar with people like Sami Zayn and The Miz. You had Rhea Ripley coming out and cutting a nice promo, getting the next championship matches for her set up. And then you had the main event, which we will talk about when we just come right back after these quick, short messages. It's a sports show. Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Oh, Colin doesn't like wrestling talk. Meh. Sorry, bud. Don't know what to tell you. You can get another 15 hours of Syracuse coverage in just a little bit. There's that. This. Close that. Close that. Close that. There we go. How long would it take to do a backflip if I started today? Probably a long damn time, man. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do a backflip. Depending on, just standing? No. I'm kind of athletic. I'm sneaky athletic, but I don't... Backflip might be out of my husky body's range. That one might be out of my range just a little bit. Front flip, probably. Probably. Off a diving board? Something like that, I could. Oh, I don't care about being upside down. I've broken so many bones and stuff over the year that doing any of that stuff doesn't bother me. Yeah, but front flip, I feel like I could get more of the momentum of my low center of gravity, like going forward. A back flip, man. Ugh. Because I can do like I can do like a front flip jumping off of something, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, Kev got him. I've seen Mike kick a 68-yard field goal. He's looking for 69. Oh. The Live Road Show. First backflip attempt. I mean, if I gotta, I gotta. Nothing I can do. Oh, man, there's a ton of basketball games on tonight. Holy cow. A lot of college basketball on tonight. Oh, Kev, I can't even... If I started going down all my injuries, oh, my God, dude. 10-plus concussions. Had my nose broken like 3 spots. There were like cracks in my... Well, fractures in my skull there. Multiple stitches. I snapped my leg in half like a stick. My shoulder is all jacked up. Multiple ligaments. I snapped my thumb basically off of my hand. I was beaten into unconsciousness basically once or twice. Oh, I'm old. I'm 40 years old. Here we are. Where are we?
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Get ready to hop on them phones in a little bit. The 315 with Brian Higgins is coming up in just a little while. 315-437-7644. Big thanks to everyone hanging over on Q Sports Talk today. And I know you guys are big supporters, and I appreciate that. That's always fun. Big SU game tonight. Syracuse, Louisville, 7 o'clock. Any Louisville fans listening, screw you. Hope you're having a terrible time in the Cuse, and your team gets walloped. Much like Finn Balor gets walloped last night on Monday Night Raw against Damian Priest, as that's how it ends. Damian Priest in the stretcher match as we finish wrapping up Monday Night Raw talk. Fun match. That's them grunting. See?
Damian Priest.
See, and then he said his name. Damian Priest. I told you I wasn't kidding. That's really all I got. I just want to play them grunting a little bit. And then they say the name Damian Priest. So, he was the winner. That was cool. I like his outfit. He looked like Kane yesterday. But although the red and the black, not a fan of. Because red, it's like Louisville colors. So get ready. All of the Cuse talk you could possibly handle. Biggest basketball game of the year tonight, 7 o'clock. Here on the Brostat TK99. Over on K-Rock. Hear all the pregame stuff leading up to it right here. Like I said, in just a few minutes with the 315 with Brian Higgins. I had a good time. I will see you guys tomorrow where we will talk some NFL. Bunch of college basketball on tonight as well. Texas A&M, Kentucky. Ole Miss, Alabama, Mississippi State, Auburn, but more importantly, Syracuse, Louisville. All right. See you guys later. CSPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.